All right, what is up? Welcome back here for another recap. This one's going to be a nice and short and sweet one because there's not really much to go over today. Small day, up about 65. Yeah, not much. Keeping it real tight today. We can take a quick look at what we traded, which was CGEN, INBS, OSA, and PBLA. So starting from the top, the CGEN, this one had an agreement with Gilead Sciences, which is a larger company. I thought this one would make a decent move. I'm sure a lot of traders thought it would make a decent move. We did have a nice front side pre-market, but after the open, I just could not hold the highs, and we did not get any continuation. It was an 80 million share float stock, so it could have something to do with it. With the lack of momentum, and I just could not get a pulse on CGEN, and a lot of other traders couldn't either. Just very tough to trade. I tried going for some dips, and it just seemed I kept getting chopped out. And yeah, I never really sized up on CGEN, just kind of taking small paper cuts. And unless I felt like I got a solid read on the stock, I probably would not have been sizing up anyways, especially since we didn't really get any solid momentum, busting through 250 and making a move. After that, we traded INBS. This one was a penny stock. This one I'm up about 36, so I traded here on this 1 minute pullback before the break of the high here at 49 and the break of 50, and I got that on some like 2,500 or 3,000 shares or something around that. I was able to get a small profit there on INBS. OSA was another one that was sort of trading very, harder to read, choppy. Again, I was trading this area here with small share size, just seeing if I could get a pulse on it, get a read on it, and see if we get some momentum. And yeah, again, like I really could not get a read on it. A lot of the moves weren't able to hold the highs. We had a pretty nasty false breakout there. We did break out again, but we just faded all the way back down from 125 all the way back down to 88 cents. So didn't really hold up on OSA. We did have another attempt towards the high, but by that time I was done trading. I did not trade that portion. So I'm down small on OSA because I kept the size real tight and real small because I just really could not get a pulse on it. Unless I can get like a couple back-to-back winners, then I'll start sizing up. But if I'm just going to be taking losses, then there's no reason to size up. And you can really tell with my accuracy today. I'll show you after PBLA. My accuracy was not very good today. So PBLA, this is another one, the main stock that I wanted to focus on at the open. I thought we'd get a breakthrough too because we had a solid, ascending support. It was a second day rally, but it was opening up strong. We're above the previous day's highs, opening up towards near the highs of pre-market, which I thought we would see a surge like we saw on that other stock, ICCT, ripping through the high up through 2, but we just never got that strength. I did take a dip buy down in this area and was able to get a couple cents on like 1,000 shares or so. And I was going to jump it up to 2,000, but we did have a failed attempt towards the high. So I was able to lock up some gains on that one, about $57 on that stock. And never really gave me another opportunity for the breakout of pre-market highs. And that was really the setup I was looking for, was that break at 195 up to 2 and then a quick pullback through 2. But yeah, that never really came about. So, small green today on PBLA and overall small green. We can take a look here at the statistics. So accuracy is 45%, and that's definitely the main reason why I just feel like I could not get a solid pulse on some of these tickers today, just because, even on small size, I was taking small paper cuts. And so unless, I can start getting something going, there's going to be no point to really size up because with small size, if I can't even get a read on the stock with small size, there's no reason I should be sizing up. So today's accuracy was pretty bad, and my average risk reward was pretty good. But I just felt, I just couldn't really get a solid read on any of these tickers. I was going to size up on PBLA. I did have like 1,000 shares on PBLA, but ready to really start getting aggressive. But we just could not hold and rip towards 195. So I never really had the opportunity to size. And this is a great example. Is like, some days, are not meant to really push it hard. Some days are meant to just take your small gains and walk away. And today I can say that I did not show up today in that way that I mean, where I'm really pushing myself. But I don't think today was a day to really show up in that way. I think today was more of a day to kind of take your quick base hit and walk. Minimize your trading day. Maybe trade the first 30 minutes to the first hour, and then go and study. Go and study, or review previous day's scappers. Go and do something with friends and family. Go do something different with your hobbies, or reading a book, or focusing on other things like fitness, or other personal projects. That was this kind of sort of day today, and that's really what I did. I didn't really sit here and trade all day, just because I couldn't really get anything going, and it just didn't seem like that day. And you can kind of feel that coming into the open today as well. During pre-market, we didn't get anything solid that was like, okay, this is definitely going to be the winner on the day. This is definitely going to be the stock in play. We just did not have that feeling today in the market. So, anything else? ZJYL, this one, I did watch Ross's video on this. So what he was saying was there were a lot of scammers in like Discord rooms, WhatsApp, Facebook chats, Facebook groups that are soliciting trades for other people to either buy or sell a stock. And be very, very careful with that, with pump and dumps, and with someone telling you to short a stock, because things like this do happen. So I guess what happened in this scenario was people on WhatsApp. There was a WhatsApp group where everyone was telling everybody who was joining, the people who own the WhatsApp group were telling the people who are joining to short the stock, short the stock, short the stock. And everyone was shorting the stock, and went down from $30 all the way down to $11. And then what happened was the people who started the group bought the stock to cause an artificial short squeeze. So they started buying up the stock and caused everybody who was shorting to squeeze out. And we went into a halt in the stock and resumed at $500. And there's many, many people. What we assume is many, many people that's lost hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars from this short squeeze here. So be very, very careful with joining different sort of Discord rooms, WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, and anything anyone telling you to buy or sell a certain stock. It just comes down to being responsible, making decisions for yourself, and not kind of just following the crowd. Because with the stock market is designed to get the crowd on the wrong side of the trade, even if it's not an artificial way, even in a natural way, even in a situation such as the overall market. The overall market is designed to get the crowd on the wrong side of the trade, so they can use that liquidity to make the move to either the downside or the upside. And I think that's what actually happened a lot here on this sort of semi-recession that we got. There's a lot of fear going in the markets right on the bottom, and just naturally, like, people were getting on the wrong side of the trade. People were starting their shorting positions down here, and they were just getting squeezed out. I think it's just even naturally, like, the market is designed to get you on the wrong side of the trade. But yeah, even artificially, like you just have to be very careful with people in chat rooms and stuff like that. I forget, ZYJL, ZYLJ, ZJYL, ZJYL. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you just got to be very careful. I know there's also some imposters and scammers that are using my name in Discord rooms, and I'm not sure what they're asking for. Maybe they're asking for personal information, or if they want to trade your money, or for any like gift cards or something like that. Just be very careful with interacting with anyone that is using my name. What I would ask you to do is, if somebody does message you, just check the member since area and see if it matches what I have here in the Triad Trading tribe. So you can just find me here, Triad Trading. Any comment that I made or anything in in the member list over here, just click on my name. You can see I was a member since 2019, and I created Triad Trading in October 25th, 2022. And yeah, you can just see that and kind of compare that with the person who's messaging you. If that doesn't match up, then that is not me, and do not interact with them. Don't send them any money. Don't give them gift cards. Don't do any of that. Give any personal information. There's a lot of bots and scammers that are going around. So just be wary. And that is it. That's all I want to let you guys know about. It's a very slow day today. And, one step in the right direction, small green day. Tomorrow we're going to come back and see if we get something fresh on the gap scan that's strong with news and a low float. And I'll be looking to get aggressive tomorrow. If we have that right stock in play, I will definitely get aggressive. But again, if I sit down and the market's just like this today again, like where there's nothing really, clean or nothing really obvious, then I'm okay with just taking either, a small green day or a small red day, keeping the risk tight and not pushing it. If that's the case, that's the case. But I would love to see, something nice and hot and fresh on the gap scanner with the solid news catalyst, and everyone's focused on it, and we see a nice move, and that would totally step up to the plate for something like that. So it really comes down to just reading the market, pre-markets, before the market open, and, reading the sentiment, because it can change every day, it can change every hour. So you always have to be, able to read the market environment, especially with each individual stock, because some stocks won't move the same way as different stocks on the day, and that could be due to either just tension, news, volume, float, etc. So. And that just comes with experience. That just comes with experience. The more time you have in the markets, the more you'll be able to kind of sense the small aspects, or the small consistencies in the market that tell you whether or not it could be a good day, it could be a high momentum day, or if it's going to be a day where it's just kind of like not really much, and you just want to take your small gains and walk away. So with that, I will let you guys go for the rest of the night. Hope you guys study up and get ready for tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow for the pre-market prep, or the pre-market pump, as I like to call it, at 8:30 a.m. So hope to see you guys there, and I will catch you guys later. All right, if you guys are a new viewer, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and peace.